According to the Democratic Alliance, the Johannesburg City Library remains closed despite a refurbishment project that began in May of 2021 and cost the City of Johannesburg over 21 million rand. This closure is due to structural issues, including non-compliant fire safety systems, electrical faults and leakages. DA Gauteng Shadow MEC for Sport, Arts and Culture as well as Recreation, Kingsol Chabalala, joins us to expand on this matter. Kingsol, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. A massive amount of money was placed on refurbishing the library, but not much has happened. I understand you conducted an oversight visit. Talk to us about what you found.
Good evening, Paul, and good evening to SABC. I think what we saw there today and deeply worrying that the library has been closed and also the refurbishment project May 2021. I think when we got there,
okay, Kingsol, let me perhaps ask you to hold that chain of thought. Kingsol Chabalala, who is of the DA, we're going to have to hold it there and re-establish the connection as we continue this discussion on the other side of this. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. We take you back to the story we were running as we find that the Johannesburg City Library remains closed despite a refurbishment project that began on the 24th of May in 2021 and cost the City of Johannesburg over 21 million rand. This closure is due to structural issues, including non-compliant fire safety systems, electrical faults and leakages. DA's Gauteng Shadow MEC for Sport, Arts and Culture as well as Recreation, Kingsol Chabalala, joins us to expand on this. Kingsol, thank you so much for staying with us as we re-establish the line. You were talking and explaining about some of the findings as you conducted an oversight visit to the facility. What did you find?
Yes, what we found today, as I indicated earlier, that it is deeply concerning and equally worrying because when we arrived there, the library is still closed since 2024. According to observation, not much has been done, even though the city says they spent about 21 million since 2021. Mm-hmm. And also, what made us suspicious also is the fact that the initial contractor that was appointed just recently left the site, a new contractor was appointed. And also what arose our suspicion is the fact that the initial budget of 45 million has ballooned to almost 80 million rand. Yet the library is still closed. Then they indicated when we asked questions earlier around April that the library would be partially opened in June. But now they have moved the partial opening of the library to between January and March 2025. And also, this shows, I think, that the reason the situation has deteriorated to this extent is the fact that I think one can observe that City of Johannesburg has failed over the years to look after that library, to ensure that there is proper maintenance, because I think these issues might have started as being small issues, but today they're big issues, which require millions and millions of rands. And also what we observed, these are not seen there, because they're fixing the roof leaks, they're also ensuring that water sprinklers are working, and also the mechanical faults with regard to their aircon system. But you're beginning to ask yourself, how can this cost the city almost 80 million rand? I think this is very suspicious. But as a Democratic Alliance, before determining the next action step, we would be submitting further questions to ask him some of the things that were briefed about by the city today.
How does the COCTA MEC justify this, as you have put it out in the fore, and even more concerning as you speak about how the budget is set to increase, but there's no work to show for where the money's gone?
I think the approach by the MEC of COGTA is very lackluster. I think they've not done anything to ensure that the situation is remedied, as I indicated today. And remember, even the reason we took this issue because we received a lot of complaints from members of the community, the students who are using this library. So this has a serious social and a financial impact to students who are using that library. But as I indicated, that is the Democratic Alliance. We are going to fight this issue. We will ensure that the library is opened, the users of the library have access to that library. And also what is said is that that library is a heritage, that library is a heritage site. And also some of the books, because of the roof leaks, they have been damaged. And also some of the furniture that inside they have been damaged. I mean, it is quite sad that the City of Joburg cannot look after such a significant building in our province.
Absolutely. Insofar as accountability is concerned, do you think that they'll come to a point where you need to rope in law enforcement agencies to investigate what happened to the 20 million rand or so that has already been allocated for the refurbishment with not much to show for it? Kingsol, are you still there? Okay, we're going to have to leave it there for now. We appear to have lost the DA Gauteng Shadow MEC for Sports, Arts and Culture and Recreation, Kingsol Chabalala, speaking to us there about the Johannesburg City Library remaining closed despite 21 million rand having been allocated for the refurbishment of that library. A story we will continue to monitor.